Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a love oracle for today. Today is Friday, September 5th, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk, the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, it was probably meant for you. God's kiss. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. Don't take on energy that wasn't meant for you. Any questions? Oh man. Sometimes I'm such an ass. I can't help it. I had a good day. I was in a different department at work, so I got a change of scenery, and yeah, I had a really good time. I got to talk to my buddy all day, well, most of the day. And then at the end of the day, I had some peace and quiet. Yeah. Did everybody have a good week? Everybody had a good Friday? Whatever day it is, wherever you are. I feel like I'm drooling. Probably am. Woo! Alright, I gotta quit leaning on the table. It's making too much noise. I forgot to tell you guys, I only did the tarot reading last night. I didn't do the oracle. I was gonna work out and take a shower and then come back, and then, yeah, that didn't happen. I procrastinated, so I'll probably do a couple readings on Sunday after work. Or maybe tomorrow, I don't know. See what happens. Okay, I literally got the feeling that I needed to do a reading with these cards, and okay. Finally. Okay, interesting. We got 3 on the table. Today I got it from All Ends at work. I had like 3 people ask me when I'm going to join a gym. And I was like, I'm not going to join a gym. What do I need to join a gym for? I walk at the park. I work out at home with my own weights. And then his name is Jim. He's part of the janitorial staff at work. He's a little bit older, very sweet guy, married, adult children. And he's like, Kim, he's like, you can't walk in that park in the winter. He's like, you need to join a gym. And I was like, so now I'm looking at gyms in town, and I think there's like 3 or 4. Now I gotta pick one. They're expensive. We got 5 on the table. Let's do 2 more shuffles. Last shuffle. Six with bottom of the deck. I'm going to set that up there on top of the box. It's so nice now that I cleared up the table a little bit. I should let you guys see. I might pull the thing up so you can see. I put my rocks, my stones somewhere else, and then I still have the stones over here, so it's just a little more room for cards. I like it. I liked having my rocks on the table, but I just felt like they took up too much space. We got communication. Y'all know I love my rocks. I only spent like over $2,000 on rocks last year. Oh. Triggered. I'm not kidding either. It had to be close. If not 2000, it had to be close. Dream come true. Contract. Divine timing. Divine timing. And then bottom of the deck, optimism. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. So it's pretty simple. I mean, my explanation is going to be pretty simple. Someone is going to be triggered by some communication coming in, but in reality, this is going to end up being a dream come true for someone. This would be like a soul contract, soulmate probably. This is going to happen in divine timing. I actually love it when that card falls out because it's just a reminder, right? Somebody should be very optimistic about this connection. You don't even necessarily have to say that this is love. It could be friend, right? A friendship, right? Take how it resonates for you. To me, though, whatever this communication coming in is, well, let's put it like this. If this is communication coming in from a new person, it could be a lover, it could be a friend. If this is communication coming in from a past person, it's probably most likely lover, right? Because any friends you might have been friends with in the past and no longer are, I'm assuming at some point, you know what I mean? Like, you're not you're not gonna think that that's gonna be a dream come true, them reaching out, you know? Like I have 3 friends from my past that if they were to reach out to me today, tomorrow, before the end of the year, like I would be shocked. I'd be like, "Why are you contacting me?" Like it would not be something that I would expect, and it really would not be something that I would want to take part in. Rekindling that type of friendship. Part B. And of course, if this communication is coming in from a past person, you're probably going to be a little triggered by that. You're going to be like, well, now you reach out to me. Like, where were you a year ago? Where were you 6 months ago? Like, why is it all of a sudden now it's important to contact me? Like, what do you want? Kind of energy, you know? If it's a past lover, this could be somebody that you ended with on bad terms. And it could be triggering in the fact that, like, you might feel like you can't trust this person. The cards are saying you can. As I would always say, use your intuition, you know? Don't just rely on a tarot reader giving you a reading, or an oracle reader giving you a reading. Like, rely on you. And it's so if this is a past lover coming in for this soul contract, I think when I look at the triggered card and it says bang on the little flag there that pops out of the gun, I hope I can say gun, but the pew pew. To me, it gives almost instantaneous. So, like, you see a number on your phone that you don't recognize, but for some reason you pick it up, right? And you pick it up and you're like, hello? And then you hear their voice on the other side, like, hi, Tina, this is Steve. Hi, Steve, this is Tina, And it's almost like instantaneous, like triggered. Like, oh God, this person? Like, what? Like, why the hell are they reaching out to me? And this might have been something like, let me put it to you like this. If this is a past person and we're talking months to years, this person reaching out, you being triggered, this could be, it's, even though the cards are saying this is a dream come true now, this could be someone that you thought of in the past as a dream come true. And again, when I say past, take how it resonates for you. Days, weeks, months, years, you know? Like, pardon me. For me, being in love with the guy at work, like for me, even though I still have feelings and I'm still healing and all that stuff, like for me, he's already in the past. Like if he were to reach out to me now, I would be shocked. I would probably be triggered. That was like yesterday. Um I was picking and I was doing what we call ram pack, and he was filling all the boxes of the carts and stuff so that we could pull the boxes and pick into the boxes and throw them on the line. And in the later part of the day, he went on a pick station. Four pick stations down. And my good friend, who I love and adore, was picking next to him. She was there all day. And y'all, I just, oh, I don't get it. The whole situation, I don't understand. I don't understand. I just don't. And maybe he's just too young. Maybe he's just too scattered, unhealed. I don't know. I don't know. But my friend wasn't there. The one that I think he's in a relationship with, she wasn't there. She was off yesterday. She didn't come in for overtime. And our mutual friend was in packing all day. And for usually she comes down to relieve people for their breaks and lunches, but for whatever reason yesterday, she was not one of the people that came down to relieve for breaks and lunches. And he was there a little more than half of the day, filling all our carts with boxes. And again, rebel that I am, the last couple weeks, I charge my earbuds, and then when I'm picking, not when I'm well, I did it once when I was packing, but I do it more often when I'm picking. Um, like I had my earbud in, I had my hair down covering it, and I'm picking and I'm singing, a little bit, like neither of the ladies on either side of me said anything. And, he's filling boxes from the carts, and it takes me a hot minute to realize, that he's taken his time filling my boxes. And I don't know, maybe he was listening to me, maybe he was not. I have no idea. All I know is that the latter part of the day, when he was on his own pick station, our boss was, she usually leaves early, but she was stuck there later than normal yesterday. One of our bosses, I should say. But she wasn't really there on the floor. So like we were unattended I mean, we all for the most part work. It's not like we're goofing around like all day long. But at the end of the day, she's gone. The other boss is upstairs with packing. Like we're going to talk, you know what I mean? Like, pick and then talk and pick, and you know what I mean? So, like I'm talking with the ladies on this side, my two friends. He was 3 stations down. That's what it was. And he kept trying to get in on the conversation. Anytime I would go around the one friend to get to the other friend at the end that he was next to, he would try like and insert himself in the conversation, or like he was looking like, at the very least he looked like he was trying to stand there and listen to our conversation, and our conversations weren't really about anything other than like work or my friend's kids and husband or whatever. Like it's not like I was giving out any personal information or anything. And anytime he would try to insert himself, I just kind of walked away. And it's just difficult for me still having feelings, having to work around him. The fact that for 2 months now, he has had nothing to say. And it's kind of funny because I think I told you guys this, like a couple people have told me like, "Oh, you should say something." I already said what I had to say. I don't want to. I like. Mm, nope. And I've known for weeks now that it's never, even if him and I were to eventually, like go back to talking or something, it is never going to be like it was. I'm never going to take an interest in his life like that. And I'm never going to allow him to be an interest in my life, you know? Like I can't trust him. I can't trust the situation. And it was just so crazy to me cuz yesterday again, like I don't know why you're trying to insert yourself into situations that I'm involved in. You had nothing to say. You had nothing to say to me, and I don't know. I just don't. The whole thing I just don't understand. I don't get it. Whatever. I guess I'm never gonna understand it. He couldn't answer my question, and yeah. But this is what I'm saying. Like, if he were to text me, if he were to call me, um, the next day I work is Sunday. If he's there and he were to come up to me and say, "Hey, can we talk?" I would be flabbergasted. Like, I literally would be scrambling. Like, am I going to tell him no? Am I going to tell him yes? I mean, I wouldn't tell him no. I wouldn't tell him no. I mean, he has a right to say what he needs to say. I mean, that's what I've been waiting for 2 months. But at the same time, like he says what he has to say, I don't know that it's going to change my perspective on the relationship. Yeah. I would definitely be triggered in that instance. It's kind of funny though cuz in February when the guy from 2023 revisited me and was trying for 2 months to get in my pants and then had a tantrum and blocked me after I said I was blocking him. Anyway, when he swung back around in February and he just popped up in my instant messages, that didn't trigger me at all. And maybe it's just because I've already like released that situation and I wasn't really thinking about it. And, you know, at the end of the day, I just wanted to wish him well. Like I thought he was happy. Apparently not. But hopefully now he is. I want that for people. I don't want people to live, lives that they don't want to live, you know. It was funny because when I was in the other department today, um, one of the guys I was working with told me that he actually has a crush on one of the girls that I work with. one of the ladies, and I was like, well, if you want, I can try and say something to her. I said she kind of has a boyfriend, kind of doesn't, and he's like, you're gonna set me up with her, and I said I can put in a word. I said I didn't guarantee anything. And he goes, you really want to get in the middle of that? And I looked at him and I said, I just want everybody to fall in love and be happy. I just want everybody to find their person. And that's true. Like, I really, I'm really just out here hoping, that people find their person, whoever that is. It's kind of, and I think I've told you guys before, like when I meet a new person at work, I drill them. I'm like, you're married? You have kids? Where do you live? How many cars do you have? Like, where did you used to work? Like, I ask them all these kinds of questions. And it's because in the back of my mind, I'm always pairing them up with somebody else. Seriously, always. When I was a kid, when I was a kid, I took all my classroom pictures. When you were younger, like in the 80s, they did classroom pictures and it was your whole class. I don't know if they still do that, but I have a bunch of my classroom pictures, and on the backs of them, I wrote numbers behind each person and I matched people who I thought belonged together. This was when I was a kid. I was playing matchmaker. And it's funny because the last time I had them out, I looked at them and I was like, that person with that person? I don't think so. It's okay to feel triggered. Just make sure, I mean, you know how to deal with your triggers, right? Like, your triggers, whatever they are. Whether it's just this person contacting you, whether they say something and it triggers something inside you, whatever the case may be, you know how to deal with yourself. You're a healing human being. I just realized that was up a little too high. And I know this is going to sound a little weird. And again, this doesn't go for people that are abusive. So if somebody comes back into communication and they're abusive, that's not this person. First off, that's not this person. Because this is somebody that God is saying you're supposed to be with. This is a soul contract. Somebody that abused you, probably not a soul contract. Probably not somebody you would ever want to talk to again. But just because you feel triggered in some type of way when this person comes in with communication, try to be as delicate and as polite as you can. Even if that means for whatever reason you need to like take their number, call them back and hang up, something like that. Just don't be and I'm not trying to be an asshole. Don't be mean to them. Don't don't be a jerk to them, because my fear for this situation, for this reading, is that somebody calls, somebody texts, and somebody gets triggered and somebody says something that they shouldn't say. And then it upsets this person that came in, and then this whole thing is null and void. So try and be nice. Again, whoever this is not going to be an abusive past person. This is going to be someone, someone that got away, or, you know what I mean? Like, this is not going to be a nasty energy. And I don't like to play around with divine timing, right? The divine timing card came out. I don't like to play around with that. But I am going to say this. When I look at these two cards, It very much gives off fall and winter to me. And I know you're probably looking at them and saying, okay, winter I get, but fall. With the optimism card, I'm picturing like those fall days that are like sunny, but it's, intermittent clouds and it's very crisp. Like the air is crisp, it's cool. Like right now outside, this would technically to me be like that perfect fall autumn day. And when I look at this card, I just see that. I see like crisp air, like the sun is out, but it's still cool. Like the beginning of fall. Usually fall doesn't start until what, end of September? Is it end of September or end of October? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope the message resonates. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if anything, you were entertained. I'll talk to you later. Bye.